It was a ceremonious morning at the Scottsbluff County Courthouse today, as more than 12 recently elected and re-elected county officials take the official oath of office. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, 17 men and women took the oath of office this morning to be civil servants for the next 4 years for Scottsbluff County. District Judge Leo Dobrovony administered the oath to everybody who was elected during the 2018 elections, as well as some who were appointed to deputy positions in elected offices. He congratulated everybody for not only winning their election, but also for their willingness to serve the public interest.
I trust you all understand that, as am I, we're servants of the public. It's a privilege to do this. You've been elected by the popular vote of the citizenry, so that says something about you as an individual. And it also says something about what people expect of you. So we should all live up to those expectations.
Scottsbluff County has 2 new county commissioners, Mark Harris and Charlie Knapper, and they say they are eager to serve and have ID'd areas that they'd like to put some of their focus on during the next 4 years.
One of those was to bring the juveniles back home, into Scottsbluff County for detention. If they need to be detained, then I think we need to keep them here in our home county. And there are I've had some other people from surrounding counties reach out to me about the possibility of a regional facility.
Scottsbluff County is one of the highest taxed counties in the state, in fact, 3rd highest, and only behind Sarpy and Douglas counties. And so I'm concerned about why that is, and surely we can do better than that.
Also getting sworn in today included newly elected County Clerk Kelly Sides, as well as re-elected officials, including Sheriff Mark Overman, Assessor Amy Ramos, and Register of Deeds Gene Bauer. Well, exciting news today coming out of Gering High School, as it was announced that Brett Mosher and his class project has been selected as the Nebraska state winner for the Samsung Solve for Tomorrow contest. The field of 250 has been whittled down to 50, and now the class will work on creating a 3-minute video to highlight their project. This year, the class is working on an eye-controlled wheelchair to assist in the mobility of quadriplegics or anyone unable to use their limbs to navigate their environment. We'll have more on that during tomorrow's newscast. Well, straight ahead, pretty nice January day out there today. Bill Boyer will tell you if these unseasonably warm weather will continue. He'll have your full forecast right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better? You'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available, plus all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant, plus Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Pool together all your money with a friend and invest in 2 Arby's French Dip and Swiss sandwiches for just $6. It's the perfect get-rich-quick on sandwiches scenario. Arby's, we have the meats.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Let's get right at our forecast here as we look at partly cloudy skies this evening. They'll turn clear though overnight, and we're going to have a pretty nice evening coming out here for us. Low temperatures into the mid-20s, above normal. So clear skies coming tonight, quite mild tomorrow. We have a very nice weekend, and I don't see any big storm coming in sight out there. 39 and 0 yesterday, so we started a little colder than normal, but got up to about normal for a high temperature. We did better than that today as we climbed up to near 50 or better in some areas. Nothing in the rain gauge, just getting started on the month and the year. Well, we still have flood warnings out here for portions of Garden County into Keith County. Those flood warnings continue until further notice. This is for some ice jam flooding along the North Platte River. And then we also have this high wind warning. Remains in a couple more hours for this evening west of Chugwater and up through the Wheatland area. Other than that, we don't have much to be concerned about here weather-wise. Temperatures, you can see the colder temps here up in the higher elevations and certainly in the high country out to the west, but we have temps that are primarily in the mid-30s here across most of our area. As we zoom in closer to home, you'll see temps in the low to mid-30s, and even a few upper 30s out there. LaGrange checking in at 39. It's 34 in both Lusk and Harrison. Winds have been a little stronger today than what they were yesterday, and that's caused some wind chill values out there. West still about 16 miles an hour in Wheatland, 13 mile an hour winds in Cheyenne, but they've died off here across our region. And we have temperatures that are current wind chills anyway, that are in the 20s to near 30 degrees. Let's take a look at Futurecast. You'll see those winds that are going to die off this evening, and they should die out overnight tonight and be leaving a very clear, comfortable, calm evening. Low temperatures over in the area tonight going to fall primarily in the low to mid-20s. That should cover most of us. Wheatland and Cheyenne both at 34 as winds are going to keep temps up there. Albin at 33, 31 in Harrisburg. Colder here in the North Platte River Valley and points to the north. Tomorrow, we're going to have lots of sun out there, clear skies, a few winds. Again, try to sneak off the high country. Again, I think the strongest winds are going to stay out here to the west. Wouldn't be surprised to see some gusty winds over 50 mile an hour again in the Wheatland area. We'll keep an eye on that for you, though, and we're going to have high temperatures tomorrow that are going to be in the 50s. See even some upper 50s sneaking in out there. How about that tomorrow? Temps right around 55 for all of us for high temperatures tomorrow. Clear skies tonight, 26 for a low. Northwesterly winds about 5 to 10 tomorrow. 56 mild degrees. Breezes 10 to 15, maybe a little stronger at times, but things looking very nice. And our 7-day forecast also looking very nice with temperatures in the 50s all the way through Wednesday of next week. We might see some clouds and maybe a storm system thinking about moving in by the end of next week, but we've got a real nice stretch of weather here with temperatures in the 50s and lows in the 20s that are going to be hard to beat here for the first few days of 2019.
You never know when you'll need an extra French dip in Swiss. It could get lost in the car or eaten by a confused stranger. Stuff happens to sandwiches. That's why Arby's made you 2 French dip and Swiss sandwiches for just $6. For only $6, you'll always have a spare French dip and Swiss until you eat it. You'll never have to be afraid. Arby's, we have the meats.
Think a utility vehicle should do more than take you places? So does Kubota. That's why our all-new Sidekick is built to do it all. Climb more. Tow more. Go more. Cross over to more today. Take your Kubota Sidekick home with no money down and 0% financing for 36 months.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162.
The leaves are turning and the temperatures are cooling, so it's time to come harvest the deals at the Viera Wireless Fall Savings Sale. Right now, get your family high-speed, truly unlimited mobile data for just $35 per line with 4 lines. Prices have never been lower for unlimited data. Plus, trade in your current phone and get up to $500 off the latest iPhone and Samsung models. Those are incredible savings on the most popular and advanced smartphones. Don't miss out on our Fall Savings Sale. Hurry into Viero today.
Welcome back. Gordon Senator Tom Brewer says he will continue to push for property tax relief for landowners during the upcoming legislative session. The District 43 representative says there is a passion, primarily among rural lawmakers, to find a fix to the burdens for landowners. However, he sees plenty of resistance from senators of urban districts. He says if enough senators will take a realistic look on how the school funding formula has shifted the burden to landowners and modify it, there will be a good chance at reducing those taxes. Well, strong ticket sales and a $1 billion Mega Millions jackpot run resulted in the second largest amount of proceeds transferred to the Nebraska Lottery's beneficiary funds since 1993. More than $13.8 million was distributed, mainly to the Nebraska Education Improvement Fund and the Nebraska Environmental Trust Fund. Nebraska Lottery Director Brian Rocky attributes the historic transfer amount to strong sales of Mega Millions and Powerball tickets during the quarter. And Riverside Discovery Center has a new addition, but it may be a while before the public gets a chance to see him. Cruz, a 9-year-old blue and gold macaw, will be a new companion for the Scottsbluff Zoo's existing macaw, Otis, who is 26 years old. Zoo Director Anthony Mason says macaws are social animals that enjoy the company of others, so it was important to find Otis a friend. However, since the birds are typically kept inside during the winter months, Cruz will likely make his public debut with warmer weather in the spring. Well, straight ahead, after a lengthy Christmas break, high school basketball action is set to resume. Chris Cottrell catches up with the girls' coaches from both Scottsbluff and Gering to talk about their upcoming slate of games. I'll be back at the sports desk right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Being an Allo customer just got even better. 3 times better, in fact. We've tripled our standard internet speed from 100 to 300 megs at no additional cost to you. This isn't one of those limited time offers that will melt away either. 3 times the streaming, 3 times the gaming, 3 times the uploading, all for the same price. Why? Because we love our customers. Allo, no gimmicks, no limits, no kidding, and still no contracts.
Anyone who calls it a hobby doesn't understand. We know that a person's passion is what drives them. And that's why every memorial we create is a true reflection of the individual. Only a Dignity Memorial professional can celebrate a life like no other. Find out how at dignitynebraska.com.
Now, sports from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. Western Hearing Clinic, the Panhandle's choice for better hearing, helping you hear what matters most.
It's high school basketball preview time today here at the Sports Desk on KNEB.TV. Our last high school sports broadcast was back on Friday night, December 21st, so that seems like a while back. The last time the Gering girls or boys played, well, that was Saturday night, December 15th up in Chadron. You toss in the canceled GNAC tournaments, and it's safe to say that these Gering girls, well, they need some games.
It's been tough, Chris. We've had about 10 different practices, and it's hard to keep kids motivated, knowing that the games are so far along, so far away. And we've insisted that we keep the motivation. The intensity is the biggest part you got to deal with. Once you get close to a game or two, the intensity normally goes up, but we've had to fight that a little bit over this 27-day stretch without a game.
Gering's played just 6 times. They're 3-3, and with the GNAC canceled, Coach Land hit the road to do some scouting in Sydney last weekend.
I got down there and watched the championship games and got to watch Mitchell at the end and watched Sydney play there and against Beatrice. That's a team we were going to play. The opponent was Hastings down there. So we were snowed out of 3 different ball games, and in a week before Christmas we didn't have any games. So it's like starting over, I guess. We'll see. We could have a little rust to shake off come Friday night.
This will be the second meeting of the season so far for Gering and Sydney, with the Lady Raiders winning in double overtime the first time around on opening night of the season in the Western Conference Tournament.
They just find a way to win. They've won some close games, and I expect it to be a close game, and we've got to find ways to counter that and win some close games as well. We had them on the ropes, had 10, 12-point lead, and I think we got their attention. I expect them to come in with a lot of intensity, and it should be a good battle.
Sydney right now at 8-2, and they play Kimball tonight, so a tough spot tomorrow for Gering coming off the long layoff, but they are at home, and that can be the great equalizer. Of course, the Scottsbluff girls right there in that same boat, having had GNAC canceled, but they played the week of Christmas, so it won't quite be the same type of layoff when they hit the floor tomorrow night to play Mitchell.
Yeah, I think that it's just unfortunate that we lost those opportunities to get in and get competitive and get up and down the floor and just get to be with each other. That's a thing that you and I talked about up at Gillette. Those couple days that you spend as a team are important, and we put a lot of time into some team building stuff and some camaraderie things, and so losing that is as valuable as anything else.
The Scottsbluff girls right now 5-4, 4 straight wins. One of those losses, though, a 4-point defeat at the hands of Mitchell in the Western Conference semifinals, but that was a while ago.
I think that on any given night, we are heads and tails different. I think that we still have times where first week back from break where we look like we did when we played Mitchell. So that's what we're trying to combat right now. We're trying to get back into that swing that we were in versus Cheyenne South versus Natrona up at Gillette. Second half of Shadron. We're trying to get back into that swing of things.
In their first meeting, despite major foul trouble, Mitchell's Kiana Wilfred still scored 20 points and led Mitchell to a win down the stretch, and she'll be the focal point for Scottsbluff again tomorrow night.
We've just tried to really stress that great players can be contained. Great teams are really tough to deal with. So we're really trying to emphasize that.
Scottsbluff Mitchell tomorrow night with radio only on the trail starting at 5:45. That Gering doubleheader can be seen right here on KNEB.TV, and we'll also double up on radio with Jeff Kelly on 960 and 100.3 pregame at 5:15, with the girls game first at 5:30. Boys will follow, and then Gering at Newcastle on Saturday. That's the latest today from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan will update you on the community calendar right after this on KNEB.TV.
What are you waiting for? A 6-year limited powertrain warranty? Savings on performance-matched implements? 0% APR financing for up to 5 years? Head down to your local Kubota dealer before September 30th and take advantage of this incredible offer on the BX Series, America's best-selling subcompact tractor. Kubota. This is what we do.
Come into Sandberg Implement, your local Kubota dealer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
It's a friendly town, that's for sure. Not too big, not too small. Seems like everybody knows your name.
We stick together through thick and thin. That's the way it's always been. 'Cause where we live is still our claim to fame. We love this town, this grand old town. There's not another town like this around. We've got it all right here in our own backyard. We love this town.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gering, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gering at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
And finally tonight, the administrator of Education Service Unit 13 will be leaving his post later this year, taking a similar position in southeastern Pennsylvania. Dr. Jeff West says his final day guiding ESU 13 will be around the Memorial Day holiday as they search for his replacement. West says he wasn't seeking the position, but when he was approached, he said he couldn't pass up this opportunity.
My wife and I have vacationed in the eastern part of the country and had always felt like that was when we retired, or if we decided we had an opportunity to move to that part of the country. There was just a number of things that attracted us to the East Coast.
West says one of the most significant developments during his 11-year tenure at ESU 13 has been the organization's focus on early childhood development, especially early Head Start. He says he will be working on development of a local day treatment program and day school right up until his last day. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.